How to start a retail shop in Uganda. Although there is a rampant rise of online store businesses, many people still believe in the brick-and-mortar retail stores. There is something about the in-person shopping experience in retail stores that can't be replicated online. So, opening a retail shop in Uganda today is still valid. However, it is important to plan for your retail shop before opening it. So let us look at the steps you have to go through to start a retail shop in Uganda. Step 1. Generate an idea. The first step to starting a retail shop in Uganda is coming up with your business idea. You'll want to start by figuring out what type of shop you want to open. You'll want to answer each of the following questions. What will your business sell? Who is your target customer? What type of prices will your business set? Who are the competitors in your industry and local area? Who will be on your team? There are dozens of other questions that need to be answered, but opening a retail shop is like opening any other business. It's critical that you determine what you want to sell and who makes up your target audience. It's important to create a retail shop that satisfies a need of your customers. Once you understand your competition, build out your strategy to compete. Will it be on price? On quality? On service? On variety? Be specific on what your competitive advantage is. Know how you will communicate that to your customers through marketing and presentation. Step 2. Make a business plan. It is important to understand your competitive advantage and what makes your business unique. Retail is competitive, and you need to be clear on your business plan to find success. Identifying how your business helps your target market is arguably the most important aspect of opening any business. You should avoid the common risk of being lost in the crowd of other retail shops while opening your retail shop. As you are making a business plan, remember, consumers have so many options today to learn about products. They have options in where to shop. They have options for how to buy. Your retail shop strategy of product and marketing must reach your consumer. It must resonate with them. Other basic factors to consider include business funding and marketing ideas. Will you need to use business loans? Will you take on investors? What types of marketing channels will you use? Will your retail shop need employees? Marketing and business funding are both important considerations that should be addressed in your business plan. For funding, it's a good idea to research business loans and how to attract investors. For marketing, you should be familiar with online marketing channels. Consider all of your costs as well. Create a list of the fixed and variable costs that may affect your business. It's easy to brainstorm a potentially successful idea only to forget about the money spent on costs. You may also generate new ideas upon learning about the costs of inventory and other business items. Thinking through how to create your retail business in detail will help you find success when it's time to open your store. Step 3. Raise capital. Starting a retail shop in Uganda will involve costs. Consider the amount of money required according to your business plan. The capital required to start a retail shop in Uganda ranges from 500,000 Uganda shillings to 10 million Uganda shillings. Depending on the location of your shop, the items you are to sell and the size of your retail shop, startup capital may vary. For more information on raising capital, I have left a link in the description below. Step 4. Find the right location. When starting a retail shop in Uganda, you need to focus on finding the best retail space for your business. Picking out a prime retail space for your business needs to be a focal point. While it can be tempting to try to pick a cheap location and hope your business generates a steady flow of customers through its marketing efforts, sometimes, there's no substitute for being in a busy part of town. Picking a location downtown might be pricier than an option a few miles away from town, but the pricier option might bring in thousands of more customers per year. First-time retailers need to be wary of trying to save money on rent if they are not a true destination retailer, said Bethany Babcock, founder of Foresight Commercial Real Estate. Poor access or awkward positioning in the center can keep clients away. The retail real estate business is very psychological, and the price of real estate is usually one of the last considerations for most retailers. When determining a location, find where your customers spend their time. If your customers live primarily outside of town, opening a downtown location might be more expensive and bring in fewer customers. Try to place your retail location in an area where your target audience spends its time. While that tip may seem simple, businesses often focus on finding a location they think is fantastic, rather than trying to narrow down where their target market resides. You may also have a location with additional space to store inventory. If you expect to have a lot of inventory, Because you sell a lot of items at affordable prices, you may want additional space. Other stores may sell a few high-end items and don't need a large space to keep inventory. Keep inventory in mind when selecting a location. Your focus when selecting a location and the size of your shop should always be your customer. Find a place where you can create a unique experience that fits the model of your business and your customers. In-store decision-making should place an emphasis on creating an experience for your customers. Step 5. Legalize your retail shop. Covering your legal basics includes choosing a business structure, following any regulations and obtaining the right licenses and permits. If you are opening a retail store for your business, you will need a few common business licenses and permits in order to stay in operation and remain in compliance, said Deborah Sweeney, CEO of My Corporation. A few of the basics include a basic business operation license, which allows you to operate your business in the city, county, or state you do business out of. An employer identification number, EIN, which is a federal tax ID that allows you to hire employees to work at your storefront and ensures your business collects payroll tax. A seller's license. This depends on what kinds of items your retail storefront sells. It's recommended you check in with your state's government office to determine whether or not you need it. When it comes to selecting a legal structure, you follow the same process as most businesses. For retailers, however, becoming a sole proprietor can be risky. Taking on a business structure that doesn't place liability solely on the individual owner is a good way to mitigate your risk, should the business fail. It's common for retailers to become limited liability corporations, LLCs, or corporations. Both of those options help limit personal liability. Step 6. Create a personalized experience. Finding success in retail shops often comes from adding value that competitors are not. This frequently comes in the form of personalization. Many retail shops find success by allowing customers to try the products. Whether it's free samples at a food shop or dressing rooms at a clothing store, brick-and-mortar retailers can offer personalized experiences like that, while online retailers struggle to find the same level of personalization. With the convenience of online shopping, physical stores need to offer a reason for customers to visit. Personalization and a quality in-store experience are important ways to consistently attract customers. Can you provide the customer with a new experience? It doesn't matter that you are selling items that can be bought elsewhere. The biggest way to differentiate yourself is through creating a unique experience for the customer because, through that, you are creating value that cannot be replicated. Step 7. Find and develop a relationship with vendors. Developing good relationships with vendors is critical when opening a retail location. Small business owners face challenges, and it's important to consistently please customers despite those challenges. Building strong relationships with vendors is a good way for business owners, especially retail shop owners, to prevent potential issues. The better the relationship with vendors, the better the supply of products. If you're able to quickly develop relationships with vendors, it will set your business up for success. This can prove difficult if you're using overseas vendors, but still getting in touch with them often is good for your business. In conclusion, to open a retail shop in Uganda, you should first narrow down your target audience. Once you decide who you're selling to and what you're selling to them, start looking for a location, raising capital, and checking off legal requirements. Upon finding a location and fulfilling legal and financial obligations, look at different marketing channels that might work best for your business. Plan an opening, and your retail shop will be open for business.